Hi everybody and welcome to Trucking with Kermie. As you know, I like to drive trucks. I'll drive any truck. I'll drive big trucks, I'll drive small trucks. I don't care, as long as I can get behind the wheel, try them out and give you guys an idea of what the vehicles might be like. Now I guess the giveaway today are the couple of trucks behind me, which are Iveco. So I'm at Iveco down near Geelong, and I'm going to take one of their trucks out for the day. Well, it's not really a truck, it's a van, and it is a daily van. And you can see on my right a daily van, but that's not the one I'm taking out. The one I'm taking out today, as I try and turn around and walk backwards, that'll be a feat for an old bloke, is this one. It is an eDaily. Iveco have entered the electric fray. I know, don't turn off yet. The fact is that electricity has a place in the Australian market, and that is last mile delivery. I mean, it's a fact of life. If you're in England, this is what you would have to use probably to do deliveries in London. You drive anything else, you're going to get taxed, and London's great at taxing anybody. Other cities in the world have gone the same way. One day it's going to happen here in towns like Sydney and Melbourne, and electricity is a solution to that. We know it's limiting, and I was originally going to take this van from here back home to Shepparton, which is about a 3-hour drive, and I thought, well, that's crazy, because that's not what it's meant to do. It is meant to run around town. It's meant to stop and start and stop and start over and over again throughout the course of a day. So I'm going to take this around the burbs. I'm going to take it from here into Ringwood. We might go and visit all the places that I like. So we might start off with Bunnings. We'll have to go to Aldi. That's definitely on the list. I'll go and visit some friends, and we'll do a mix of a little bit of highway running and some freeway running and some suburban running, which is what these trucks are meant for. So come along with the journey, and we'll have a talk from inside the cab. Catch you on the road. So I'm sitting in the driver's seat of the Iveco Daily, or eDaily 42S. Let's start it. First off, foot on the brake, turn the key, and you can see what happens. Now I turn the key a little bit further, and we are going. Hear the noise? Drive you wild, wouldn't it? It is deafening, but we are alive and ready to rock and roll. Righto, let's get this show on the road. So, as I explained in the little video before, I turn the key, all the lights come on. I'll get rid of the radio in a minute. Done that. Turn the key again, and we are in gear. It's got a brake like a lot of modern trucks, so just out of sight down here is the release lever. Press that, you can feel that come up, and the mode I'm in, pull the lever down to drive. So I'm flying by the seat of my pants here, guys. So I'm now in drive. We are ready to rock and roll. If I move the lever across to the left, it will give me various modes. So I can do one pedal drive, which gives the most retardation, and we'll try that out. Push it up, and I'm in regenerative braking, which is, I guess, half strength, I don't know. And then up the top is sailing, so that's coasting. You're not getting any regenerative power back into the batteries on the truck. So I like the idea of regenerative braking. He said that with a bit of a slur, and it's only early in the morning. Little bit of noise in the background, which is probably the air condition, which has stopped. It tells me that I'm almost full, and it tells me I have around 191 kilometres of range. So we're gonna head off and do a bit of freeway cruising first, and then we will go and find some suburbs. Let's rock and roll. Foot off the brake, and you can hear the noise, or not. So we're on our way, and Navgot is getting me to the Eastern Freeway because I've got no idea where I am. But I guess the first thing to comment on is that the only noises that you're going to hear are wind noises. There's not much else. She's pretty quiet. So this is loaded to about 75%. So Iveco told me there's a big tank of water in behind me, and that weighs 1,100 kilos. So the truck obviously is going to be heavier than the diesel version because, hey, batteries. But the loss in carrying capacity for a van of this size is would be absolutely minimal. So I just don't see that as a problem. Like any electric motor, you've got maximum torque from the get-go. As you can see, we're at a set of lights, and we'll see what happens when they change to green. See how it pulls off, given, as I said, it's got 1,100 kilos sitting in the back. Lights are green. No, it's not bad.
In 300 metres, turn right onto Smith Street.
See what happens, you try and do a little bit to camera, and the Navgot gets in the way.
In 200 metres, turn right onto National Route Alternate 1.
Really? So we're on the Eastern Freeway, cruising along, happy as can be. Bit of wind noise around the A-pillars, obviously nothing in the cab, and we are heading for Ringwood. It doesn't long to be cognizant of the dial in front, which bounces up and down on a green depending how far you press on the accelerator. You don't have to press it very hard for it to go to the top of its range, which is 50, and after that you're really starting to use juice. The gauge just is a reminder to tread lightly as you go. So I'm now in Ringwood, and it tells me I have, if I could read it, 160 kilometres of range, and I've put it into one pedal driving, as they say. Okay, so I'm waiting for a set of lights that are on red to pull up to, and see if I have to do anything. But I can feel when I take my foot off the accelerator that the regeneration is much more powerful. Yeah, that's pretty good. Pretty good. I can see why you'd use that, particularly around town. It's just getting used to judging when to release the accelerator, really. I might see if my son's home. Might do that first. Need a coffee. So, as a matter of interest, I was coming up the hill, not a steep one, and I mentioned to you that the green band is between 0 and 50, and over that you're really starting to chew through the juice. Looking at this, seems to go up to about 130 or so, and you'd run out of power pretty quickly on that basis. But I took off at a set of lights going up the hill with the traffic. I'm now doing 77 in an 80 zone, and I'm managing to keep it pretty well around that 50 mark. So again, it's judicious use of the right foot. So down the hill we go. Yeah, you can feel it holding back. You're not going to go through brake pads in a hurry in this. I do have to touch accelerator just slightly to keep up. Full one pedal operation, then it just wouldn't work on something like this. So I can see how each mode has got its uses. So I've decided you would play around with that regeneration and the one pedal mode, or what they call sailing, depending on the situation. So I've just gone back into one pedal mode because I'm about to turn right here, and it's a case of, you know, a flick of the lever, which is really right at hand, and I'll show you on camera later where it is. But you can basically touch the edge of it and almost have your thumb on the steering wheel. So it's easy to toggle between the modes to get the most out of the batteries. My first stop of the day is going to be number 2 Sun, and I can never remember which block of units he's in. Reversing camera. Right. Let's see if he's, well, awake. Should be at home. He's not chefing today. I'll be back. No car. Means no Tom. So much for the first drop-off, in inverted commas. Excuse me, mate, is Tom working here today?
I don't believe so, no.
Not at home, not here. Guess I should try the phone. Oh yes, A for deep door pockets. Oh, there's another one under there. How good is that? Take a lesson, others. Use of space. Well done, Iveco. That's terrific. Should maybe talk about this this driver's seat as well. It's sprung. As you can see, it's got lumbar support. You can move backwards, forwards a little bit. You can tension or detension it. Supremely comfortable. For the type of seat it is, I would suggest to you that it is absolute top of its class. Very good indeed. I don't know what the passenger seat's like because I don't get to sit in them. Well, having no joy in finding Tom, we'll wander off and maybe visit Bunnings. Always dangerous as far as my reader is concerned. If you spend all day driving around delivering goods, it's amazing what a difference driving an electric is to a diesel. Just a lack of noise. I've done it on a couple of occasions before, and you get out of the truck at the end of the day and you feel so much better. It's surprising how tiring noise can be. Hi guys, I haven't got anything. I only came in to get a photo shoot. I'm doing a test drive on the truck. So, my wife will be pleased. Normally I go anywhere near Bunnings, I come home, I could have the back full. No comments about the jumper. Once a supporter, always a supporter. So I'm just leaving the drop off at Bunnings, and I'm sitting on 2,936 kilometres. Tells me I got 142k left in the tank. So we're going to head down now, back down the line, get into a bit of traffic, see how much it chews up going up a big hill, which we will be at shortly. So just waiting for another traffic light takeoff up a bit of a hill, and we are go. And we are at 60. So yeah, I was a bit slow off the mark, but you can see how quickly we got to 60. It was nice and brisk. I'll put the time up as a matter of interest, but plenty of pull. And remember, there's 1,100 kilos on board here, so it's not as though it's running around empty. So coming up that hill, and I dropped down to 128k range, and so it chewed it up pretty quickly, but you've got to remember that the regenerative powers will put energy back into the batteries, so it amortizes out over the trip. that you're doing. So now I've been travelling since the top of that hill for a couple of Ks, and it's still sitting, for example, on 128K. So we'll see how it pans out. I love my job. So I've just come 2 kilometres, and I've added 2 kilometres of range to the truck. So that's what I'm saying about amortising it out. 2946 kilometres on the clock, and we now have 132 kilometres of range. So it's gone from 128 up to 132 since I left Bunnings. Well, it's not that late into the afternoon, but it's starting to rain, and I had a very early start this morning coming down from Mootown. So I'm going to do my last delivery for today to our Suzanne. So just as a matter of interest, 2951, so I've done, what's that, I think 11K since it said 128 kilometre range, and I'm still on 130 kilometres. So the last 11K I've picked up 2 kilometres in range. So as I said a couple of times, you have to you work out how to make the most out of the batteries and the motor. If you're careful with it, you can get a long way. 130K left, and that will be plenty to get me to Hooterville tomorrow. Probably about 45K from here. It'll be interesting to see what it does on the open road. So we will call it quits here, and we will see you, good people, in tomorrow.
Hello.
Hello, Suzanne.
How are you, Graham?
I'm good, darling.
Oh, good.
I got a delivery for you.
Oh, have you?
Yeah, me.
Oh, that's disappointing.
Yeah. I'll go back to my electric truck now.
Oh dear.
Now I'm signing off before she says something she might regret.
Okay. Bye.
Right, so it's a morning after the night before, and I'm about to leave downtown Nunawading and the lovely Suzanne's place, and we'll do a little drive in the country. Now, when I pulled up last night, I think I said it had 130k left in the battery, and looking at it now, it says 131. I thought we might have lost something overnight, but that appears not to be the case. So we'll go for a drive in the country. We'll see you on the road. What a miserable damn day. I've got to say, I love this truck. It's quiet, and that does make a big difference, as I think I probably mentioned yesterday. If you're spending all day in it, the silence is golden. I haven't got the radio on because there'll be something that will be copyrighted and it won't let me put this video up. But it's they're well laid out truck. Button on the dashboard for the steering, which will lighten it up for city work, and that's a good idea if you're in tight spots. And the difference between that on and off is quite distinct in terms of the weight on the steering wheel. It's just one of the little things that this truck has, which is 40k. That's the problem with these. They've got big pickup, and you're going faster than you should be, without even noticing it. The Iveco dailies have been with us, it seems like, forever, and it's probably the mainstay of the company's products. Comes in just about every guise you can imagine. You can get them in a Pantec, you can get them in a tray, you can get them in a van like this, both large and small. They are a really good van. They're being used a lot these days for RVs, and I would happily have one of these to drive around if I had a job that demanded. Now, personally, I would like to have it with an RV on the back. So if anybody's listening, want me to do a test drive of an RV and it's got a daily on the front, then I'd be more than happy to do it. Maybe for, I don't know, 5 years or so. Anyway, did I mention the rain sensing wipers? It has rain sensing wipers. Always handy. I've got the adaptive cruise control on at the moment, and it works just fine. Let's see if it pulls up to a stop here. Oh, makes me nervous. There we go. Look at that. You do sometimes hate leaving things to automation, but that worked very well. So yeah, impressive. That's good. I've got the cruise set currently for 72, which it's doing. Yep, downhill holding at 71, 72. 60 zone. Just bang it back. She's popped back to 60. So it's quite responsive. So 22 kilometres to Hillsville. We've got 94 kilometres in range left in the tank, it says, and tank, so to speak. And the speed limit to Hillsville is pretty much 80k all the way. Let's see how it goes when we get there. So a bit of a drive in the country. It's probably not something you would normally use an electric van of this type for, but it's just a way of testing to see how this thing is going to travel for a distance on the open road. Holy hell, $2.10 for petrol. That's Hillsville for you, folks. Do not fill up in this town. Yes, $2.10. I've just arrived in Hillsville, so I've travelled 22 kilometres, and the range it is telling me I have in the electric tank is 80 k's. So it's actually that's a loss of, I think, about 12 kilometres over 22. Thank you very much. Beautiful. It's time for a pickup. A pickup is going to be a pie. Hello, Tina.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good.
That's
I've come to get the best pie that you've got.
Have you?
Yeah.
What's the pie that you want?
Chicken pies are good, aren't they? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's a rather lonely little pickup, isn't it? You think I should deliver it? Nah, I don't think so either. Might be time to eat it. And there is a problem with electric vehicles. People don't know they're coming. So somewhere around here is an electric charger, according to my app. I've got 80 kilometres of range left. I've got 56 kilometres to get back to Iveco over near Dandenong. But I figured I might as well just put a little bit in it because I'm paranoid. Righto, so I've just got onto the EV app and hopefully I've done it properly. I'm going to find out. So I'm going to open this and then we flick this open and it doesn't look like it fits. Let's see what we got in our bag of tricks. You know what? This is all too bloody hard. So we're going to do what I originally intended to do, and that is we are going to see if this will get us back to Iveco's home base, which is 56k away, and it says it's got 80 kilometres of charge left in it. Yeah. Righto, so as you just saw, I had no idea how to use that charger. I got on the phone and signed up to an EV account and gave them my card details, so I'll probably give them a life away. And the connection is different. I thought they were all standard, but apparently not. Now, I've got a bunch of connections in the back of the van here, but quite frankly, I couldn't be faffed trying to work out what connected into what. And the fact is that I have 80k of range left, and it is apparently about 60k back to Iveco near Dandenong. So we're going to find out if it gets us there. If it doesn't, then I'll ring Iveco and say, come and bring a generator. But we'll see how accurate it is. So just before we head off back there, and I was going to do a few other things, but the bottom line is that I'm trying to show you that you can do a full day's work on one charge. And so yesterday it was half a day. Today I've come up country to Hooterville, which is not what you would normally do, but it was worth having a go. Luckily I got enough to get back, and let's see if you can do your full day's work in one of these things. Just before we go, I'm just having a look at some of the specs on this, which I'm going to read because I've got a memory like a sieve. So the van I'm in now is a 42S eDaily. It's got a wheelbase of 3520, 12 cubic metres of volume, and 4,250 kilo GMV. So I've got about 1,100 kilos of water sitting in the back of this, which is a bit over 70%, which is probably not quite fair. Probably should be 50 to give you an idea, because you start off full and you end up empty after a day. So we're a bit above the odds on that, but hey, that's okay. If it does it for this, you'll know that you could go out for a full day with a load, which as it reduces through the day, you're going to get the range that they tell you you'll get. So this is the smaller one of the vans. You can get up to 16 cubic metre cab chassis, or vans rather, and you can get different powers. So this will do 180 k's. You can get one with 3 batteries, which will do 300 kilometres, or 280, 300 kilometres thereabout. So again, it's horses for courses. You need that extra mileage, then you would probably go for the bigger one. And we all have range anxiety. I mean, I got a little bit of it just then, because I'm not used to the product and how far you can go on it. But yeah. It'll hopefully get us back there, and then I can finish this up with some positive news for you, which, look, I'm sure I will be able to do. Righto, so I've got a bit here about background, and the eDaily is the electric twin of the Euro 6 daily van cab chassis models, which, as I said before, have been around for 100 years, and they're good gear. They're very popular in Europe and very popular out here. Probably the biggest selling of that type of vehicle in the Australian market. In fact, you can 80% charge in under 1.5 hours using DC fast charging. Full charge times you can plug in at home, comes with all the gear for that. So if you've got 15 amp outlet, you can plug in at home, but obviously that's going to take you 8 or 9 hours, so it's an overnight job. But hey, that's all right. If you're home sleeping, you might as well be using it for that. I'd like to tell you how much it costs to recharge them, but as you just saw, couldn't fit the plug. The point is, with these trucks or vans, is that like everything else, they have a place. And it's an important place in the market. In London, if you want to drive in there in anything, there is a congestion tax, there is an emissions tax in England. So if you're driving a diesel truck into London, you're going to get charged like a wounded bull for it. You can drive something like this in and around London and you're not charged anything. So cities around the world are becoming more cognizant of emissions, and they're doing something about it, and whether you like it or not, you're going to have to comply, or it's going to cost you an absolute fortune. So there is a place for these. You can bet it will happen in Sydney, it'll happen in Melbourne and other cities here, if not tomorrow, at some stage in the future. And you'll be pushed to a point where you won't have any choice. You're going to have to go, well, I guess hybrid in the interim. And if you have a look at cars, for example, hybrids now are being produced by just about every manufacturer because it's a way to reduce emissions and get better mileage. In truck terms, you want to be able to deliver goods, you want to be able to do it all day, you want to not stress about your range. I think I've already proven yesterday. I drove around for half a day and I did, 45 kilometres. You don't realise how little you travel when you're doing that sort of a job over a period of time. So anyway, today is effectively the second half of that day. So we're going to fire it up, and we're going to head back to Dandenong. We'll see you at the other end. Righto, so I've got 79 kilometres of range and it's 61k to get back to base. Let's see how we go. I've probably said all I need to say about this at the moment. Just a little wrap up. It's a lovely truck to drive.
Turn right onto Maroondah Highway, B360.
I know that much. It's a lovely truck to drive. It's quiet, it's comfortable, it rides really well. It's got all the comforts that you want in a modern vehicle. It's going to carry a decent load for you, and for last mile delivery, it is around town as ideal a vehicle as you are going to find, I would suggest. Range anxiety, once you get to know the truck, that's not a problem.
Continue on Maroondah Highway for 22 kilometres.
Thank you very much, Emma. And once you know what sort of range it will do, then it's happy days. If you're looking for a truck for last mile delivery, and you want to do the right thing by the planet, then this is a truck that will suit those parameters. So we'll leave you now. We'll see if we can get back to Dandenong, and we'll see you at the other end. Right, so I've got about a kilometre to go until my destination, which is back at Iveco. The gauge is telling me that I have 38 kilometres left in the tank. It's been flashing at me for a little while that the tank is getting low, but I'm presuming that it's pretty accurate, the gauge, and I'm not going to get through the lights. So yeah, 38 kilometres of range left. I'll be hard pressed to run out of battery in 1 kilometre. So that's good to know. I took it easy coming back here because I don't know the vehicle, and you hear wild reports about electrical range, particularly in cars. You know, they say they'll do 400 kilometres, and in fact they only do 3 and run out of gas. You don't know how accurate the gauges are in this. This particular truck has 2 gauges. One is like a fuel gauge, with increments going up it, and next to it is...
Continue for 1 kilometre.
Thank you. And next to it, in the middle of the dash, is an actual number which says 38 kilometres of range left. I'm presuming that is the one you would keep an eye on. I took it easy coming back here because I figure it's like a car. You plant your foot on the accelerator, you're going to go through more juice. With this, you're going to do the same in terms of electrical power. The other thing I should take note of is that this gauge on the right, which is it shows when it's charged, and then it's got 0, 50, 100. That apparently is percentage of power according to the the name on the bottom of the dial. So anyway, I'll be back there in a minute. I think I've said all I can say about this. Comfortable, quiet. Of course it would be quiet. Would appear that the range is accurate. Maybe not so much the fuel gauge, but certainly the number of kilometres that it says that it has left seems to be accurate. I got back here. Yes, I was a bit nervous because I don't know the vehicle, and I got range anxiety like everybody else. But the fact is, I got here. That's good. If I got into it again, I would have a lot more confidence in what the van can do. She's a good piece of kit. If you want something that's going to do local deliveries, and you know how to recharge them when the time comes, then you could do a lot worse than look at one of these. As I've said a number of times, the daily van in various guises has been around for a long time. This is a different move. They've been around in Europe for a while, here not so long, but if you're in the market for something that's electrical, you want to do the right thing by the planet, whatever it might be, then go and have a look at one of these. Go and talk to your local Iveco dealer and do your comparisons, and yeah, they're great. They're great. We'll see you in the next one. Cheers.